What you think?
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling, rolling, rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about? Right. Down in the deep. Down in the deep.
I have a recipe for you. This is going to be real quick and easy. So we're going to go ahead and start getting the ingredients together. Real quick and easy. So we're going to start with the toppings because we got to get these marinated. So we have some red peppers. We have the green peppers. Some mild, they call it banana peppers. Yeah, banana peppers. Then I have some sweet onions. I'm gonna put a little the shallot on it. I have my portobellos, and then that's another red bell pepper over there. Then of course the oyster mushroom. I like to cut up my mushrooms, but you can leave it whole if you want. This is some kelp mushrooms. You can use some nori's to put over yours, and a little bit of salt and some honey. And then you're gonna blend that all together, and that's gonna get set aside. Okay, so it's a half teaspoon sea salt, and I forgot the olives, so we put some olives inside of it. A quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper, We're going to use about a half teaspoon of some basil, and we're going to use less of some grapeseed oil, maybe about a tablespoon, half of a tablespoon, and we're going to mix all that together and put it in the refrigerator. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure that you click the notification bell and check for all. That's only in regards to this channel, where you'll get all notifications, not for the whole of YouTube. Okay, ingredients. Real quick. 2 cups of chickpea flour. 1.5 cup of your spelt flour, or you can use some einkorn. You're gonna need a teaspoon of baking soda. You're gonna need for the dough, you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of the grapeseed oil. Then you're gonna need another tablespoon of oil for the vegetables. So initially, you want to go ahead and mix your flours and sift it down. Also, what you're gonna put inside of your flour, you're gonna use some Himalayan sea salt. You can also use some Celtic sea salt, onion powder, and then some ginger. It's just going to be like a half teaspoon of each one of these. So you're going to sift all of that down together with your flour, including your baking soda. All of this goes together. And you're going to need like a cup of carbonated water. Mix all of that together. Flour, baking soda, and salt. Now all of our that's going to be like the salt and everything. So get all that mixed, and if you want to put more inside of it, then you can. So here's the carbonated water that's going inside of here. So this is a half a cup, because I couldn't find my whole cup. I'm not sure what I did with it. And then there's the other half. So we have a whole cup of some carbonated water. So you want to get this incorporated really well. And because I'm using some chickpea flour in this, chickpea flour will make this a little bit like sticky. And so that oil also helps it to not be so sticky, and it keeps it manageable and a little bit pliable. The spelt flour is going to help with that too, but because that chickpea flour is in there, yeah, that's going to be kind of crazy. Or else I would have just had my hands all down inside of it, but whatever. So I'm trying to work as fast as I can because I'm using the carbonated water, and I don't want it to like really degas while it's sitting out. So I'm hurrying up so I can get to my next steps to get it inside of the oven. So turn your eye on to 350 degrees and get your muffin dish, because this recipe makes 6. Get your muffin dish, have that on, because you have to work a little bit fast because you're using the carbonated water. The carbonated water really is, for this recipe, is to make it soft, because what the baking soda will do, it will kind of dry it out, but it'll puff it up. But the carbonated water will help it to stay soft, so that you won't have like this crunchy, tough type of bread, although you're gonna have a little bit of oil in it. That ain't enough for it. All right, so heat that up, get this, and we're going on to the next step. Real quick and fast. With your muffin dish upside down, sprinkle a little bit of your flour on it so that it will make it real easy, so that you can get your dough off of it once you've taken it out of the oven. What I'm going to do is just shape this into like a little oblong shape, you know, like when you're making some cookies, because I want to cut it into what would look like 6 even pieces to go on the back of the muffin containers. And I'm just gonna sprinkle just a little bit more flour. Sometimes in my head I think I might be overdoing some stuff, but I'm not. So you have your little ball. So you're gonna, each of those sections you're gonna turn into a little ball. And just flatten it out as much as possible. It doesn't have to be like super thin, but you know. And then you're gonna take each one, you're gonna lay it over the top of, well, over the bottom of the muffin dish, and then you're gonna trim the edge off. And you just use like maybe a butter knife or like a spatula, some type of little blended object or whatever. It can be the handle of a spoon, and just gonna go around the bottom of it so you can get the excess off, like so. Actually, this is a spoon handle that I'm using. So you're gonna do this to each one because you don't want the excess to be up there and inside of the way. And then that's gonna go immediately into the oven, 350 for like 10 minutes. With the dough in the oven, we're gonna stir fry the vegetable mix first, and then we're gonna put in the oyster mushroom. So we're gonna get this all done. And it's very likely that it's all gonna be cooked because the entire thing is gonna get put inside of the oven. So I'm doing them separate so that the oyster mushrooms will retain the flavor separately from the other vegetables instead of just mixing them all together. You know, it just makes it, you know, it's like when if you had like some chicken or something or some fish, you want to actually taste the fish. So I want to actually taste the mushrooms separate from the other vegetables without having the flavors mixed together. And if you want, you can put the portobello mushrooms in with this. It's fine. And then plus this also helps to draw up some of the water so that when it does get put inside the oven, it don't make your dough mushy. Look at how cute the cups came out, and see how easily they're coming up off of the muffin dish. I make my own pizza sauce, but you know, use your favorite pizza sauce. It could be homemade, store-bought, you know, just make sure it has the ingredients, some real decent ingredients in it, you know what I'm saying? But so what I'm gonna do is just put a little piece of sauce all around the edges, and of course on the bottom, but I gotta get it on the edges of each of the cups. Okay, now those vegetables that were stir fried, okay, so we put some of those vegetables right down inside of each of the cups as well. All right, and here's what it looks like a little bit inside of the cup. So I make my own cheeses. So I'm grating a little bit of my mozzarella. It's called cocorella. That's what I'm grating over this. So put as much of your favorite cheeses right over it. Mozzarella is like the better one to use, the better option, I would say. I'm actually all done here. What do you think?
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep.